Today we're talking about the real pain of changing your identity. And I think that now more than ever during this COVID-19, where we've all been really forced to kind of look at our lives and look at who we want to be and how we want to show up, and kind of facing even our own death, or the death of a job, or the death of an identity, an old self, really looking at this conversation of what does it really take to change our behavior? How are we showing up now? We've got some great questions from you guys. I want to go over this quickly, and then we're going to jump right in. And I hope you guys use the chat for any questions for me today. Also, I'm going to drop here a link to our flagship program, 10K and 30-day program.com. This is for you if you want to learn online marketing and how to get your message out there and overcome all of your visibility blocks, how to use video, and how to start inspiring people with your wisdom. More importantly, how to get over the inner, how to unfuck your mindset, how to unfuck what goes on in here so you can show up and have a business out there. That's the conversation that we're going to have. So I'm going to tune in here to my post. We're going to talk about the biggest lie that entrepreneurs tell themselves that turns everyday pain into unnecessary suffering, and exactly what to do so it doesn't delay your progress further and drain your bank account when you find yourself procrastinating or in resistance. We're going to talk about how to deal with the inevitable pain of growth, right? People say all the time, oh my God, this is so hard. Maybe it's not for me. Maybe it's not my purpose if it's so hard. That's the biggest lie. Pain in life, I've discovered, is inevitable. What we make that pain mean, the meaning that we give to it, that's where we can take our power back and create change. So the inevitable pain of growth and the difference between procrastinating, resistance, and healing. One powerful question you can ask yourself to unveil or unmask how you deal with failure or perceived failure. Hey, as an entrepreneur, you're going to be dealing with failure all the time. Your business as an entrepreneur, as a coach, people say, oh, it's so easy to just become an online coach. It's going to trigger the fuck out of you. Your business, being an entrepreneur, is a really nice, deceptive journey of massive transformation and personal development, wrapped up in this cute little package called being an entrepreneur. Psych! Not for the faint-hearted, not for the thin-skinned, you guys. It is hard to deal with yourself, and that's the conversation I want to have with you today. How do we do it? What are some of the keys? Where's the roadmap? How do I unfuck myself? How do I unfuck the years of programming that have had me show up a certain way? And I don't want to show up like that anymore. I want to do something different. I want to win. I want to have a business. I want my freedom. I want to be able to ask for what I want and need and get it. Your identity, who you are, your beliefs shape your behaviors. Whether you have a one-man show or a multi-million-dollar women's empowerment company, you still don't escape the healing journey. What to do when speaking your truth about what you believe, sharing your perspective and opinions on video. Super scary. Super freaking scary. Let me know in the chat. If shit, you really want to do this business thing, but you're scared. It's scary. Investing in paid advertising, scary, never done it before. Doing a 30-day video challenge, Vanessa, holy shit, that's scary. I'm terrified of what people are going to think of me. My family, my friends are going to judge me. Scared, terrified. Oh my God, you want me to charge $3,000 for my program? Yes. Scary. I don't like myself on video. Deer in the headlights, I'm seeing in the chat. Catherine says, actually, it stops being scary when you do all the real cleansing work. Absolutely. That's what we're having. That's what we're doing here. That's what we do inside our programs. Yes, we teach you cool ninja Facebook ads and sales and marketing and copywriting and all this cool shit. But you can't go out and do that until you clean up what's going on in here. 90% of success is showing up. I'm going to invite you guys to show up and comment and communicate and share your opinions here in the chat. Be part of this live conversation. Notice how you show up or don't show up. Just notice, like a flashlight. Well, that's interesting. What's going on over here? Never judge people in my program. I'm not your guru. I am flawed just like you. I am human. I'm going to show you my pink, soft underbelly today and hopefully create enough vulnerability and safety for you to be vulnerable yourself. That's how we come into understanding one another. That's actually how healing happens. Risking being courageous enough to do that. For a lot of people, not safe to do that either. Not safe to be vulnerable. People use it against me and my family when I was younger. We're going to talk about that. How do you make sure you don't lose yourself and sacrifice your own needs while growing, learning, and taking care of business? That's another massive topic, especially for healers, coaches, consultants, mentors, spiritual guides, whatever you call yourself. You're in the healing profession. Most healers get in the healing profession because they need to heal themselves. So how do you make sure that you're not, doing everything for others all day long and taking care of your needs? How do you make sure the business works for you? All right. So this is the conversation. Loving all of you joining me here live today. I got some great questions. So thank you guys for all of you who when you registered for the call, you asked questions. I'm going to address these as well. So I love this topic, shifting, developing, and transforming our identity into what it really takes to be a confident leader and a champion, to write her own ticket. Boom. That's exactly what it is. You're right. Business of growth and resistance has been in my face ever since I decided to become a coach. Great insight. I've also been working with negative programming and beliefs of fear of failure, imposter syndrome for several years now. This is a real conversation. It's not about the Facebook ads, folks. It's about the inner game. It's know thyself, and no one can ever take that away from you. But it doesn't negate how scary and challenging and painful the awakening process is. When I talk about being a love leader, it's like, man, a woman here said, I got balls of steel and tits of steel. I got it all, man. And it's still scary. Yeah. How do I accept the less experienced and less confident me now enough to know that I can deliver enough value as I will be doing with more experience and confidence in a year? I think a lot of people are asking themselves that question. A lot of people are asking themselves that question. Who am I now with this whole COVID-19? Racking themselves. New identity emerging here. How do I deal with not being so confident now? Still being a leader. How do I stand my ground on my priorities without causing conflicts by those that feel entitled to my success or want to control my decision? Drop the mic, folks. Let's start here. What a powerful question. What a powerful question. So I'm going to share with you guys soft pink underbelly. Here's my vulnerable share. I think I had 2 burnouts in the last year or so. And it's hard to admit that, but the fact is, even though I've been in the coaching business for 11 years, I'm still on a healing journey. I'm not your guru. I hope to inspire vulnerability and authenticity. I think those are the two keys in the currency right now today, being real and being vulnerable. And I was able to carry just about everybody on my back, my family, the business, the team members, right across the board, till I nearly broke my back. And I read this incredible book I'm going to share with you here. It's called Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents, How to Distant Rejecting or Self-Involved Parents. What a freaking book. You guys see this here? It's by Lindsay C. Gibson. Great freaking read right here. How many of you guys were raised by, parents who were neglectful or narcissists or alcoholics or avoidant, people who rejected you, or your emotional needs never got met? Can I raise both my hands to all those? To the point where I didn't even know how to ask for what I wanted because I never believed that, well, I never got it. So why even ask? That's kind of futile. How does that translate into business? Make a huge stinking mess is what happens. Who listened? Exactly. I could have twisted myself into a pretzel. I could have freaking screamed and got angry, and none of it worked. What a massive shift to just know, oh, I can just ask for, is this a trick? Is this a trick? I just ask for what I want. And people, what? Is this a trick? Healing everyone, to get attention or to just have love for people. We develop these roles. Anyways, this is a phenomenal, phenomenal book, man. Wow, 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 wow. And I'm sharing that as in response to this question, how do I stand my ground on my own priorities without causing conflicts by those who feel entitled to my success and who want to control my decisions? How do we vulnerably communicate what we're feeling in a safe, calm way? How do we share our truth with love? That's the first key. We share our truth with love. And the key in, the ticket in, the way in is to actually risk and have the courage to be vulnerable about how we are feeling. Hey, and you can even start by, hey, you know what? I'm really afraid to share this right now, but here's how I'm feeling. It might be a story, but this is what's going on for me. Because we're all really desperate to get connection from other people. We are all human beings desperate to connect and relate and not knowing how. And oftentimes in that connecting and relating, we shut people down, we close people down, or we close or we clam ourselves up and overgive and overdo and then blow up and, never, have resentment. Emotionally immature. Yikes. So, risk being vulnerable, sharing your truth with love, telling people how you really feel. That's the key. That's the key to real vulnerability. And then you have a chance of being understood. And that's where the real healing happens, because the fact is there is going to be pain. You're going to grow a business. It's going to be painful. You have some growing pains ahead of you. Learning technology, learning copywriting, learning to put yourself out there, making offers, making videos, hiring people, firing people. You're going to learn so many things, a lot about yourself. When you hide out, when you procrastinate, it's an incredible journey. Again, we have conversations like these. I do this once a week on Love Leaders Unite, but it's just kind of a chat every week in the 10K and 30-day program. We have 4 of these calls a week with different experts, copywriters, video experts, tech experts, Facebook ad experts, me. 4 live Q&As that last 2 hours every week in a 90-day container called a 10K and 30-day program.com. So if you're enjoying today's conversation, I'm going to invite you guys to go and check out our program, because within 90 days, you can clear out a lot of shit, let me tell you. In the next 30, 60, 90 days, you could have a business and sales, virtual sales online, but not before you do this inner stuff. And it's showing up. It shows up every time you go to do a video, every time you go to maybe get on the phone and ask for what you're worth and it doesn't happen, or you shy away from sales conversations altogether. So let's do a little exercise together, because I did this here on the inside of the program and it was so powerful. I want to share it here with you today. Let's do a little exercise. Something happens in your business or it doesn't happen. Okay. Something happens in your business or it doesn't happen. Like, oh my God, why am I still struggling with making videos? Or why am I still struggling with, you know, sales calls aren't converting? Or shit, I haven't, you know, I did my coaching certification years ago and I'm still not putting it out there. You know, I bought the computer, I bought the video camera, I did all the courses and I'm not doing it. The hell's wrong with me? What the hell's going on here? So something happens in your business or doesn't happen for you or doesn't happen fast enough for you. You start comparing yourself and all this stuff, okay? So something happens, there's an experience, something happens. Your ad account gets shut down. Something happens over here. Okay, Renata says, yeah, I'm getting courses and I'm not acting, okay? So there's an experience. And then there's what you make that experience mean about you or about life. Something happens and you make it mean something about yourself. I'm not good enough. I'm a failure. I'll never get it right. Maybe it won't work for me. Nothing ever works out for me. Whatever that story is. Why? Because we are meaning-making machines. We are meaning-making machines. And there's nothing wrong with you. This has just been merged together in an unconscious process. And my invitation here for you, if you want to do some work, some really powerful awareness work, is to take a look at this and make some changes about this. So meaning-making machines, something happens. So let's play along with us here. Don't just watch this webinar. Or notice if you're just watching. Maybe this is another example of just watching and taking notes and not doing anything with it. How you show up, right? 90% of success is showing up. So something happened in your business. You didn't like it. Maybe it's taking courses and not acting on it. Yeah, observation is underrated. Something happens and you make it mean something about yourself or about life. It's unfair. It will never happen for me. Only those people can have it and I can't. It's not safe for me to do this. I'll be judged. That's the awareness that's going to help you really say, wow, I'm letting that story run its course here. My story was that nobody cares. My story was that nobody cares. They don't care for me. They don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody understands. Nobody cares. Yeah. Neglecting patterns from my parents comes up. Jennifer says, I care a lot. You're fun and real. Thanks. I'm afraid of looking boring. Yeah. Nobody wants me or it anyways. Yep. You guys are being really courageous. Fuck, high five right now. High five. My story of misalignment of purpose, replacing with the truth. Sales still feels unnatural to me. Of course, the story is always, why would anyone pay me for the service I provide for free of my friends? Of course, I'm not deserving. Question mark. Yeah. You guys are doing really good here, man. Yep. Now you're seeing what that unconscious. This is really important because in the next part you're going to take your power back now and change that story. Now, first, that awareness has to be there. Otherwise, it's like we go through life with these glasses on and we don't even know that we're wearing green glasses, and we don't even, of course, everything's green. You don't even know you're wearing the green glasses. Someone comes up to you and says, hey, did you know you're wearing green glasses? And you're like, what the fuck? This person is crazy. And you go into the mirror and you say, holy shit, I am wearing green glasses. Take the glasses off and you can see colors everywhere. Wow, it's amazing. Or you put a new pair of glasses on. I want to see everything in purple now. You get to do that. When we take our power back, by making a new decision. And that's how we wield our power as conscious creators. We make a new decision right in that moment, right in this, and break the story. But first we have to become aware of it. We're the only people who can do it. Yeah. My story is that I'm not good enough. I can't stand in line with others. Yeah. Imposter syndrome. You see what I mean? There's a lot of stuff here. So something happens, we make it mean something, and that becomes our behavior. That becomes the way we move in life. You know, I don't need to ask for things. I never get them. Nobody cares. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, baby. Let's put a new decision in there. Blew my freaking sockets. Again and again and again, just by asking for things. Having the courage to ask. I mean, they should know what I want. No. Mm-mm. That was an old pattern from childhood. So if you're feeling like you're always sacrificing yourself for other people, right? If your business isn't working for you, or if you're not doing it yet, what is going on there? What is that about? What's going on here? Let me ask myself some questions. So the question is, okay, this happened. What do I make it mean? And then you could ask yourself this question as you go through your day, as you go through your next couple of weeks. Okay, this is happening. This shit thing, this pain here is happening. This is hard. I have to learn this. Most entrepreneurs believe this lie that, oh my God, if it's not easy, it's not my purpose. Wait a minute. When you give birth, is it pain-free? When you learn how to ride a bike, don't you fall off the bike a few times and scrape your knees? This is the biggest lie that entrepreneurs tell themselves. Oh my God, if it was my purpose, it would be easy. Are you kidding me? When you go to the gym, is it easy to work out? It hurts. Pain is part of the deal, my friends. And I think collectively right now, I mean, we're seeing riots happening. And I mean, the whole world is waking up to like this unfairness. This has gone on for too long. The pain of the past. And some people are choosing to go to war about it. Which is really sad. Well, my invitation is to speak your truth with love about how you feel. And choose another way to unravel the emotional charge of unfairness of the past, of how long this has happened. Not easy. Doesn't mean that it's not going to be painful. Just means that the suffering, pain is inevitable. The suffering is optional. We're in a World War III here, you guys. Only we're at war with the government. That's pretty fucked up. It's a fucking Twilight Zone. Do you mean the establishment that's supposed to be protecting us, vaccinating us, and 5Ging us, and pandemic, and now there's racial wars, and what's next? Come on, man. Rocking everyone's safety to the fucking core right now. Rattling it. Fuck. Not easy. Pascal says, you remind me of a young Meryl Streep. I love Meryl Streep. Oh, man. Some really good stuff, you guys. I'm just going to read through the comments. I made it mean that it's not safe for me to be myself. And when I am, it always ends up not working out for me. The people I love think I'm crazy. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard. It's painful. It's hard for people to sit in the truth of that, in the pain. They want to jump off and start being positive. What the fuck? I'm going to sit here and take that in. Whoa. Oh no, we should watch TV. We should eat something. We should escape our feelings because it's so painful. Instead of really honoring them and giving them the time and the space and having some form of a ritual, a process with it. I call that spiritual bypassing. Oh yeah, but you know, I'm so grateful about this and about that. As you're going through this process of shifting your identity, my invitation for you is to give yourself some grace and tenderness and kindness. Oftentimes we're the last people to give ourselves the things we give other people. What the fuck's that about? What the fuck's that about? Think about this, okay? This COVID-19, I mean, we moved. Stopped buying a house, bought another house, moved, business restructuring, you know, family dynamics restructuring, breakdown, burnout, and COVID-19. Oh my gosh. Those are major, major life shifts. Going to give myself, you know, some tenderness and kindness and take the whip of judgment or the whip of beating yourself up or how I should be doing more and just put that down, bury the thing. Can you give yourself some tenderness, kindness, some compassion, some care, some grace during this time? We're at war. This is World War III we're in, you guys. Whole world is eventually waking the fuck up. And who are we going to be now? Who do we want to be? Is it safe for me to even share my voice and share what I feel and what I think? Are people going to listen? Are they going to shut me down? Are they going to shut down my YouTube channel now? You know, fuck. A lot of questions, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of unfairness, a lot of fear, uncertainty, navigating uncertainty. Oof. We want everything to be secure, safe. You know, Talon says, what if COVID-19 is happening for us? Absolutely. Listen, there's some great things that I'm very grateful for COVID-19 for. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for the opportunity that it's given me to, hey man, heal and deal. Absolutely. But that's not to negate that for a lot of people, it's really, really scary and really hard. So how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Increasingly better. How are you feeling? What's going on? Yes, people are scared, but being scared also means they need to be inspired and regain control. Feeling refreshed, ready to start. Is there going to be a replay? Absolutely. You registered for it. Yeah. Take your power back. Taking your power back is that regaining of control. It's making a new decision about yourself, about who you want to be. We're all living the beliefs, the meanings that we make that are installed in there. We're living the expression of those beliefs. So every time we make a new decision about ourselves, and by the decisions, the most important decisions you can make are the decisions about your identity. like a jacket that you put on or a shirt that you put on. You try on a new jacket, you become a new person. Sometimes when you go shopping, you try on 12 outfits and you're like, ugh, they're gross. This one makes me look fat. I don't like this one. Hey, I'm going to buy this one in every color. I love the way it feels and the way it looks. Those are the most important decisions we can make, is about our identity. A lot of comments coming in here. Thanks for showing up, you guys. Yeah. Feeling pretty good. Feeling like working your whole life on healing kind of trauma from the past. Yeah, it can be quite a journey. Feeling like I've been waiting for this to happen, to be shaken out of apathy. Yeah. I feel on fire with passion, reconnecting with myself during COVID-19, but I really miss the close people. As a minority, there's finally a platform to be heard authentically. Ears and hearts are open to deeper understanding and awareness. However, scared at the same time because all voices have intensified. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about that. It's hard to get their attention long enough to listen. People want 30-second wisdom. Feeling rushed, maybe feeling not heard, feeling centered, finally not after running around and traveling so much. You don't know how to shift from recreating these old patterns. Yeah. You know, some uncertainty there and like doubt, and I don't know. Yeah. I'm doing me now, long overdue, and love my new identity. Yes, regardless of life challenges. The magic happens 6 minutes into the message. Nothing seems to work. Yeah. I read another really great book called, I don't know if I'm going to butcher her name, Pema Chodron. She's a Buddhist, and she wrote a book called When Things Fall Apart. And she talks about how hopelessness is actually where everything starts, and how we're constantly pulled by hope and fear. Hope and fear. It's like two edges of the same sword. We hope it's going to get better, and we're afraid if it doesn't. We live in the fear. We live in fear, and then we live in the past. We live in the future. We're not here in the present moment. Toggled by hope and fear. And hopelessness is when we come to a point of things really changing. I thought that was super interesting. Janet says she's writing a book with less. Amazing. Catherine, cleansing in a structural way solves many problems. With current uncertainty, feeling better. Boys slaying demons. Love it. Diana, maybe now people will listen. Yeah. So are you having the courage to speak your truth with love on important topics? That's a question. If you want to be a coach, healer, entrepreneur, are you speaking your truth about the things that matter? Are you showing up and sharing your voice, your truth with love? Because people need to hear it. There's never been a better time. I think we're going to go into a very different financial future, and a lot of jobs aren't going to be reopening, period. What are you doing about that? Do you have an online business? Do you have a source of income for yourself and your family? Are you self-sufficient? That's why we're so passionate about, that's why we do these shows every week. We work with women in our 10K and 30-day program to help them with all of that inner processing stuff. And then we teach them marketing, sales, copywriting, video, how to make offers, Facebook ads. It is rad. It is absolutely rad to watch women show up. I think the thing I'm the most proud of is that women say, thank you so much for this space. Thank you so much for these conversations. Oh my God, safe space where healing can happen. Yeah. 10K and 30dayprogram.com is the name of the website where you can apply. It's by application. Jenna says it's really putting yourself out there doing these Facebook ads. A few people here are registered that are already our clients who have mentioned some really nice things in the comments about just being grateful for the program and finding their voice, and awesome. And yeah, I mean, investing money into making a bigger impact and putting yourself out there. Also, what's going to happen if you put yourself out there and people don't like it and they judge you? Woo, woo, it's a big one. Or, hey, you know, my husband doesn't believe in me. You know, I've tried to do this so many times before and it's, you know, shit the bed. No, you know, you didn't know. You didn't know there was a whole internal component here. You don't know until you're in it. That's the big one. Or what if I make a bunch of money and my husband leaves me? There's a lot of fears. And the fact is not, you know, that you're never going to have fear. It's what do you do when that fear happens? Do you have the courage to share that, to really have intimacy with people around you, to really show your soft pink and underbelly? Or are you wearing a mask? COVID-19, put your masks on. Oh, fuck. Holy fuck. Now they've found out that if you wear a mask, you're actually infecting yourself, and wearing all these gloves and shit is actually making you, weakening your immune system. I mean, it's insanity. It's insanity. My father was alive. He was an artist, okay? He was an artist and he used to, you know, really get all freaked out and start squealing away about, you know, UFOs and the government. And this is the worst catastrophe in human history. He'd always be squealing around, you know, I can hear him squealing. Okay. Like I wish he was alive to hear him squeal about this. And he'd have a lot to say. Yeah, trying to make your masks match your attire. We were also scammed. Yeah. Yeah, so crazy, eh? It's like, it's just so crazy. This is the world we live in. And the fact is, there's always going to be something. There's always going to be evil. There's always going to be, you know, shit out there. And it's the only way out of it is to not be that, is to actually be the change. Yeah, they've been fooling people in the medical community for years. Yep. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. People don't know what to believe anymore, right? It's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Do I believe this? Do I watch this? Is this the truth now? Is that the truth? Yeah. So it's really another thing that this COVID-19 has done, which I'm grateful for, is it's really forced us inside, forced us to go within, forced us to connect with our higher power, whatever you call that higher power. Forced us to listen to ourselves, find our voice. It's been really, really amazing and then painful at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, masks are perhaps the metaphor. We all wear them, so the universe is saying, why not have them? Now it forces us to find our truths. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Big deep breath. Big deep breath. There was a really hilarious meme that I saw. I don't know. There was a few that I saw on Instagram. I'm going to share them with you. One of them was like, oh no, racial riots. Wait a second. I still have my COVID-19 decorations up. You know, fuck, did I laugh? I laughed. Oh my God. Separation. So here we are, new world, new identity. How are you showing up? Who are you being now? Can you have some tenderness, grace, compassion for yourself as you are awakening, as you are going through this healing process, wherever you are in the journey? Are you showing up with compassion and kindness for yourself as you observe yourself, as you show up or don't show up, as you speak your truth or not? Do you have a community of people who understand you? Do you have a safe space to do that healing work? Come and check out our 10K and 30-day program. We've been doing this now. I've been doing this now for 11 years. I've been doing it really for 4 years at scale. And it's really a profound and beautiful thing to watch women blossom. And mostly, find the courage to show up and be vulnerable and actually be, heard and seen and understood and heal. And then they implement all this cool marketing and Facebook and sales stuff, and the videos happen and get on sales calls, and oh my gosh. Then they have other problems. The problems don't go away, and there's more pain of growth. Then they have too many clients, and then, oh my God, how do I hire people to help me? The problem is you think you shouldn't have problems. Heather says, I'm going to be upgrading before the end of June. Awesome. Yeah, vulnerability and authenticity is a new currency in business. Janet says, I got tired of hating Donald Trump, so I decided to heal him. Oh, so sweet. Yeah, Diane is asking, are you just taking all questions and comments? I do. Let's take some questions. If you guys have questions for me, please do go ahead and type them in the chat. I wanted to bring this conversation with you and these ideas to you today about meaning-making machines, identity, growing pains. We have this thing happen. We make it mean this. How do we shatter the past? How do we heal from who we were before? How do we show up differently? Are we taking a stand for what we believe? Are we risking sharing our truth with love? So please do go ahead and ask me any questions you have about this or other things. Happy to answer them. Diana says, did you talk about the nature of your business? Well, the nature of my business, if you want to know, I run a women's empowerment company called Take Your Power Back Now. I started that company several years ago. In the last 4.5, 5 years, we've done over $8 million in sales. We've helped thousands of women around the world overcome fear and thrive. And by overcome, I mean identify and bring awareness to that's happening. Changing the internal dialogue, the internal landscape, looking at our belief structures, and really helping women heal and be able to achieve their financial goals. So we teach them really getting clear on their coaching programs, their signature system, what to call it, what goes inside it, how to sell it, how to make videos, how to price it, how to overcome the fear of sales, the fear of rejection, the fear of being judged, how to put yourself out there, break through your visibility blocks, learn copywriting and marketing and sales, and answer all of your business building questions. So that entrepreneur journey. We have a flagship program called 10K and 30-day program.com. And then we also have a higher level, more advanced year-long mastermind called the Bikini Business Coach program, bikinibusinesscoach.com, where we take a lot of those graduates and they want more. They're like, all right, I got a couple sales now. How do you run masterminds? I want to run a mastermind. Like, people come into our program. It's a 90-day program, the 10K. They come in there, they get so filled up. They're just like, wow, this is so rad. This is better than TV. I actually have connection and community and soul sisterhood, and I can be myself. I want to do this for other people, Vanessa. And they get inspired by being on the inside and seeing how it happens. And then they're easily able to go and recreate, a mastermind, because they've been on the inside and they see how it works. So that's really cool. And I think just magic happens, because One conversation, one question, it opens up so much for so many people. It's like, you never know what you're going to get. You know, it's really a rad experience to host Mastermind, to be a part of one, to observe, to kind of hold the space for that. It's really it's a humbling experience, and I feel very blessed. I feel blessed every day that women feel safe enough around me to, you know, share their stories. I mean, some women, most of our clients have really fucking crazy stories that, you know, they're making a different meaning about now. They're making a meaning of, this happened to me and I'm going to use this to help people. And then how do you share that, and how do you get that? So I started my business with a story of healing from a narcissistic relationship that nearly killed me. I was in it for 8 years. And I never wanted to share that story. You know, what the fuck? I don't want to talk about emotional abuse. Like, I don't want to be a poster child for that shit. Meanwhile, I'm begging God, show me my purpose. I'll surrender. I'll do it. I was selling mops and lint removers as my day job. Okay. Super glamorous, right? I was this road warrior traveling into stores and living in hotels and not having a life, and hated my job, but I was making like $500,000 a day back then. And it wasn't my purpose, but it was a stepping stone. I was learning entrepreneurship, learning sales, learning, you know, how to deal with, oh shit, I screwed that show up. I don't make any money, but I don't make any sales, you know, really focusing on making sales. And paid on commission, did that for 4 years. And then, you know, was doing all these programs, trying to start my business. And I was just doing the courses. I was paying the stupid website people, you know, paid $10,000 for a website I never used, promising, passive income, and, you know, doing the wrong things at the wrong time, getting published in magazines that never brought me clients. I mean, I made so many mistakes. And then finally, when I got out of that relationship, I actually had the time and the space to do my healing work. And I made a decision I was going to heal my life. I was going to heal everything in my life. And that started the journey. And then I sat on that story for 5 years. And that story became an international women's empowerment movement. Take your power back now. The story that you never wanted to share is the story that you must share. You know, really all of life is happening for us. Like somebody mentioned here in the comments today. What if it's all happening for us? Yeah. But, and still, you know, that journey is really scary of, you know, finally speaking your truth and putting it out there, and how will you be judged, and your family, what do they think? And, you know, it's quite a journey. It's quite a journey. It's worth it. It's scary. And we're here to support women who want to do that. We know that it's their purpose, and who know that they have to learn technology and copywriting, and, you know, what do I do first? Like, what is the first thing to do? What do I really need to do? So my brain works in systems. I like to make a system out of everything. Even emotional stuff, you know, there's a process, there's a first step, there's a next step, there's this step. And I also channel a lot of marketing for people. I'm also a really rad copywriter, kind of psychic channel. So I listen to people, and I, you know, get little downloads, and I write them down, and people show up on our live Q&As and say, I don't know what to call my program. And I say, what about this? And I'm like, oh my God, I got chills, and they run off, and then they put some ads behind it and start building a tribe. And then they start making videos, and oh my God, are they good? Do they work? And they start having sales calls, and they screw up a few of those, and they get their first sale, and it's like, boom, off to the races, man. Once you do one, you're like, I want to do so many more. Like, wow. Yeah. And for those of you here that are tuning in, you know, that are wanting to join our programs, just know that there's always a way. There is always a way. Just know that. I'm going to talk about, I've had so much failure in my life. I had so much failure in my life. And I'm still alive. I actually did go bankrupt in 2016 because I did all the wrong things. I almost got killed in that hotel room that night. I married my now husband, who is an amazing man, a very different man, but became a stepmom of 3 kids. Whew. A lot of healing, a lot of hard stuff, a lot of pain in my life. I'm still here. Growing pains of growing a multi-million-dollar business and becoming a leader, and like, whoa, not ready for that. Whoa, a lot. And what I want to share about your purpose coming to knock on your door, and I think it's why I'm obsessed with fear. Okay. Because for a long time, fear ran my life, and it doesn't just go away and disappear. It's still there. But when it knocks, I'm like, that's fear. I know what that is. Aha. I'm getting better at like now, hey, everybody, this is what's going on. You want to hear the insanity going on in my brain? Aha. That when your purpose comes to knock on your door, or change comes to knock on your door, and we don't answer the door, okay? We don't answer it. We don't answer the call. Your life becomes more intense. Universe, God, source, spirit wants to squeeze you into your purpose. It already sees you there. And your life will be, you're like, no, I'm afraid, can't do it. Stuck, blocked, paralyzed, whatever, during the headlights. And Source is like, I'm going to squeeze you. I'm going to make you jump. And then we have things like wake-up calls. Like somebody gets sick, somebody gets hit by a car, somebody dies. Bad things happen to wake us up, to move us along in that journey. And that can be really painful to resist it. And the other thing that I know to be true is once we open that door and are curious and say, okay, I'm going to be scared. I'm going to show up anyways. I invite our clients on our live Q&A calls every week. I'm like, showing up, man. I don't care how many websites you have, certification courses, people on emails. I don't give 2 fucks. Do not care. What I care about is that you show up. Show up afraid, show up scared, show up mad, show up happy, show up excited, show up. So when you have the courage to open that door, and just even if it's scared and like, I don't know about this, but I'm gonna take some steps towards it and start leaning in, you will get flooded. There's the energy that you've been going like this to has been storing up, and it comes flooding into your life with opportunity, clients. You're like, oh my God, this is like, wow, this is incredible. And it's like rewires your brain. Life is really happening for us, not to us. And it doesn't mean it's any less scary and hard. Yeah. So you lovers, pat yourselves on the back for showing up today here to watch this live stream, whether you're catching it here live, whether you're catching it as a replay. I hope that you guys give yourself some grace and tenderness and compassion on your healing journey. And some awareness about, all right, this is a story happening here again. This happened. I made it mean this again. Oh, look at that. And make a new decision about your identity. You can take your power back at any moment, make a new decision. Doesn't negate the pain, but it does change your future moving forward. Open the door with curiosity. And if you want support, please come and join us in our 10K and 30-day program. We have an amazing soul sisterhood, amazing community, and rock star stellar team to support you and give you really the roadmap to do it, the inner work and the cool ninja tech stuff. And like I said, we have over 8 hours of live Q&As every day. You can tune in and get your questions asked. We have a Facebook group. You get some one-on-one support as well. It's quite outstanding to see what happens in 90 days for women. Yeah, the Facebook group for the inside of our 10K and 30-day program, Deanna is asking. Absolutely. Janet says, I love you and your program so much. You are a healer's healer. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Janet. Yeah, Janet says, we need to be our own best friends. We can mother ourselves in this process and support each other. It's the icing on the cake. Yeah, nourishing yourself. Yeah, absolutely. Well said. I love you guys. Have an amazing week. Please tune in to Love Leaders Unite next week, every Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific. We host these live. If you want to tune in live, share this with a colleague, a friend, a family member. We'll send you guys the replay if you register for it and notifications every week, and you can tune in. And who knows, maybe if you share it, you just might share a nugget of wisdom that somebody needs to hear at the right time. Jennifer's like, keep me on the list. Thank you so much. Yeah. Love you guys. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing week. Love you so much. Trisha says, I'm so excited to learn. I just started the 10K program. Welcome, Trisha. Can I show the book again? Yes, yes, yes. This is the book again. It's called, I can't read it backwards here. Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. How to heal from distant, rejecting, self-involved parents. Discover the 4 types of difficult parents: the emotional parent, the driven parent, the passive parent, the rejecting parent. This is a really rad book. I've been on this journey, guys, for a long time. I'm 41, started really looking into myself at like 17, 18. I haven't stopped. And this was a game changer for me. So Cynthia says it all. I'm starting on my journey with the Wealthy Coach Academy. Welcome, Cynthia. Amazing. Welcome to our Wealthy Coach Academy. And you know, it's never too late to start that journey. It's never too late to peel back another layer of your onion. Never too late to start. Every day is a new opportunity. Let's just, I hope as humanity, we learn to do it with kindness instead of going to war with ourselves or at war with other people. That's being a love leader. Let's find some kindness and compassion as we heal. And let's find the courage to risk sharing our truth with love. Put down the sword, the dagger, the whip. Angela, your 10K program has changed my life along with our grad group. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Yeah, Jennifer's like, my back hurts from all the flogging. Exactly. It's enough of that. We can put that down. All right, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I love you. My name's Vanessa Simpkins. Tune in next week here. Every week we'll have these conversations on Love Leaders Unite. And that's what I got for you guys. Have an amazing day. Bye.